a nice night, but not quite to be, but you never know. We'll see how we get on. But lovely clear skies, right enough. Aye, lovely clear skies. That view over there. So who'd do moon photography? Eh? Well, hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Tonight I'm going to try and show you behind the scenes on how I create a moon time lapse. Unfortunately, there's cloud right over where I'm shooting at tonight, so we've got about an hour, maybe just under an hour, before the moon is due to rise, so we'll see how it goes. But the camera's set up, so to make it nice and balanced with a long lens, this is a Canon EF 800mm. So I've got a monopod in the front just to keep it steady. It is nice and calm here, so fingers crossed it'll not get buffeted about. Tripod here, and I've got my remote intervalometer as well, so fingers crossed we'll get success. But at the moment it's kind of 50-50, and it's quite a precarious, or quite a tight angle I'm shooting at, so I'll let you see just now. If you want to come over here, the angle I'm shooting at, it's pretty tight. So you'll see here tonight guys, it's a wee bit tight with the lens here, big lens, but I'm shooting just to the right of the, what would it be, cockpit cabin. You can tell me below in the comments what I've got wrong, but where the ship is, just above the glass front where the captain would sit, I suppose, and just to the right of that Edinburgh Castle sits. So I'm trying tonight to try and get a moonrise right over Edinburgh Castle. Unfortunately, the clouds happen to be there. Everywhere else is crystal clear, typical. But we'll see how we get on. We've got a wee while yet, so fingers crossed we'll get somewhere, otherwise we'll just be chewing this long grass all night with nothing better to do. So it's quite calm as well, which is not very good because the clouds will just sit there. So we'll wait and see. We'll see how we get on, but fingers crossed. Anyway, I'll show you the back of the camera just now, get you a better idea roughly what I'm getting in frame. So that's full frame just now on the 800 of the castle. So fingers crossed that cloud, which you may or may not be able to see, thick cloud just to the very top of the frame. Everywhere else is crystal clear. So we'll see how we get on, and I'll probably be quite disappointed tonight. I've tried Edinburgh Castle a good few times and it's always been cloudy, so I was hoping tonight, with the forecast being crystal clear over Edinburgh, I thought great, but nah, not to be so far. So just kind of waiting to see now. Half an hour to go, clouds have hardly moved, so I don't know. I might have to come back another month. But as the setup is, I prefer to use kind of like a gimbal type head, just to kind of correct, especially being a long lens, the slightest movement when you're trying to kind of set it up, it can just jerk up and down off easy, and plus the weight. I mean, that lens is about 4.5 kilos, so it'll take the weight, no bother. Got a tripod. Some people will put a tripod under here as well, but the monopod's at the front, so that'll support it. Had it been windy, I would probably have taken the monopod off. I probably would have taken the lens hood off, but otherwise the lens hood there, I'll just kind of support that with the monopod. Set up just now, I keep it on manual exposure. Basically I'll expose for the foreground, and from there it should hopefully take care of itself. Whether the lights come on in time over the castle in the city before the moonrise, I'm not sure, because it's about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes after sunset that the moon should start to rise. Although, and this is how I plan it with an app called Photo Pills, where you can mark out your specific target tonight being Edinburgh Castle, and then you can work out your viewpoint, your alignment. You can take it far enough back wherever you wish to. So I'm in Fife just now, shooting right across the Forth, Edinburgh Castle, so try to make the castle as small as I can to make the moon slightly bigger as it rises. But I've got another vantage point which is about another 50% further away than this, but at certain times of the year that works out. So manual focus as well, so that way you're not hunting as I do a time lapse, and depending on camera and card determines the speed or the interval in between first and second, etc., the number of shots. So say I was using a 300mm, you could shoot a lot more over the period because it's a bigger frame. 800 being tighter, I'll not take as many, so I'll probably keep the interval slightly shorter than I would doing on a 300. But I'm going to get a coffee now and peer around the corner of this big tree behind me and see if it's getting clearer, but it's not looking good. I suppose that's why my name's McLeod. Buggers follow me about everywhere, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, off for a wee cup of coffee. Right, it's not looking good so far. The clouds hardly moved, and it's just above the top of the frame in 800 that the cloud clears, and it's just crystal clear everywhere. So there's not even enough clouds in the sky for a reasonable sunset tonight. It's that clear everywhere else apart from over there. Anyway, so I'm facing a southeasterly direction. Exposure tonight so far as I've got it set up for about 60th f8, 200th ISO is 200, so I might drop that a wee touch as and when, if I see it, the moon rises. Of course it will rise, but I might not see it. I've got about 10 minutes till it starts, just slowly starts to appear. Whether I'll see the very start of it appearing because of the ship and also Inchcombe Island, this is where I am, is right in my way, so I might not be able to see it right from the very start. It'll maybe appear around the corner, and then I've got a 15-minute window from it appearing in the frame to disappearing out the top right. But I might not see it until that 15 minutes is gone, and then it'll appear and I'll be like, there you go. I'll miss it. So trial and error, obviously with moon stuff. When it works it's great. I've prepared a wee area over here to jump about and dance, far enough away for the camera so I don't wobble it with my weight bouncing up and down if I get the shot that I'm after. But we'll see. It's always next year, as I've said many times. So we'll give this a go, and I'll get back to you when it's in the next 10 minutes anyway, because the plan was to have another coffee as I enjoy the moonrise over the castle tonight, but I'll probably have a coffee to supposedly drown my sorrows. It'll be a long drive home, kick my heels thinking no again, but we've got to give it a go. We're here, so we'll give it a go. Check the app. Well, I suppose it's still a couple of minutes before. Aye, about 5 or 6 minutes yet before I should physically see the moon, if the clouds bugger off. So I can only hope that the clouds thin out, because there's clouds left and right of the castle just kind of sitting there. They're not moving, or they're not kind of going further away either. So I've checked the app, and actually I'd say maybe about another 7 minutes before it starts, so and then 15 minutes after that. So if I can get it anywhere within that 15 minutes, just even a brief burst, I might just push the ISO up a wee touch and just keep the shutter speed as it is and just let the time lapse run, and we'll see. But no, it's not looking any good. It'd actually be a cracking angle, because you can get the Esplanade in here as well. It'd be a nice shot for the fireworks here, and the moonrise at the same time. If all would line up, that'd be nice. Just as well maybe they're not having the tattoo on right now, 'cause I couldn't get the moon to rise. Could get the fireworks, but we'll see. So, if you see me jumping about like a maddie in a wee bit, you know it's worked. And if you see me walking away with a rucksack on my back, kick my heels, then you know it's not worked. So you can maybe see here, there's a very thin band of cloud right along the horizon over Edinburgh, and unfortunately that's all I'm getting in with a lens. So if anybody's got a wind machine at Hart Hill and wants to fire it up right now, turn it on full blast, it would be very much appreciated. Get this cloud out of the way. Otherwise, but it just shows you, I mean, the number of times I've done moonshots and actually have success, I would say 50-50, probably wouldn't even be that. I would say about 30 or 40% the number of times I try and do cityscape, or I plan to do cityscape type moonrise time lapses. That's the success rate, 30-40% work out. The other 60-70%, so I had to do my math here. The other 60 or 70% either I give up and don't even go because the weather's just diabolical, as in time-lapse conditions, or I go along and then just cloud just sits there, it doesn't move. So typically, with the last 3 or 4 nights I've been doing transmit, etc. Every night you can see the moonrise. But tonight, supermoon, no chance, can't see it. Right, I think I'll just start the time lapse anyway, because it is time and it may just appear at any point during this time lapse. So I'll give it a go and see, but I don't think it's going to work. So anyway, you got to be here to get something. I could have sat in the house and thought, nah. The last supermoon, well, there's only been 2, but the last supermoon of 2022 I think it is, and if I wasn't here I wouldn't get the opportunity. So a nice night, but not quite TV, but you never know. We'll see how we get on. But lovely clear skies, right enough. Aye, lovely clear skies. I'll be over there. So who'd do moon photography, yeah? Well, this isn't happening. Guaranteed. I'll pack up, I'll get back to the car, and we'll drive home. I'm just going to see the full moon all night because it's going to be crystal clear. So unfortunately guys, I don't have a time lapse to show you apart from cloud sitting over Edinburgh Castle. So I'll pack up and tuck my tail between my legs, hang my head down and walk back to the car all grumpy. Get a wee coffee before I drive off. And a chocolate biscuit as well to cheer myself up. But anyway, maybe next month, because I'll try and do a vlog every time I go out now. So maybe next month we'll get there. Always the next one.